Alright, here we are and back. Androphone. So what have we done? Well, we tore apart all of our outposts except this one. We just created this one. So we look back on Wiseold Wizard's original plan to at level 14 set up a Vitinium mining post. And the first step was building this outpost. And the main reason needed this really was to bring in aluminum iron. There's beryllium here as well. Some helium, which we will use later. And we also set up a, small little outpost setup so our colleagues can hang out here. What we got here? Is Andrasia? Yeah, it is. So if we take a look, I set up a small outpost. They're hanging out there. We should actually, before I forget about it, fun and power. We got lots of power. For now. Sanitation bots. There's already 3 here. And we've got turrets set up. So we're all good to go. And so if we look at the current outpost, Doring Fan, Heller, and Lynn are all assigned to this. Right? And that's all. That's all we got. We don't have another outpost besides this one. So it's just Androphon. Andrea's hanging out with me. Yeah. And some bots. Sanitation bots, right? Current outpost. Why are those sanitation bots showing up as unassigned? Weird. Well, we might have to go find them later and figure out what they're doing. But they should be doing their job here. So let's go back and finish up some activities. Let's speak with Kelton again. Mass District. So what we need for this Vitinium mining outpost is 1 point in planetary habitation. Get to that here in a second. Hold on, Andresia. And we want to go down here so that we can deal with a deep freeze or inferno temperature-based planet.
I've been able to think of New Atlantis as home. Though I suppose I should.
Well, it is for now. Hey, Felton. Am I Spider-Man? Alright, here we go. Let's talk with Felton. Funky hat she's got on. Hey, buddy.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again.
Well, there we are.
Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
Mm-hmm. Always eager to help, Kelton.
You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler.
Okay.
They're listening.
How do you know what's going on here?
I don't. Not for sure. It's all a theory, certainly, but it is completely supported by the data and observation, like all good science.
Data or
It's
data?
the best we have to go on right now.
Well, it's just a tree, Kelton.
That's a very reductive and borderline insulting way of looking at things. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return.
Okay.
As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Okay, why? We gotta do something then.
My thoughts precisely. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Well, that sounds nice.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So that's a dead end. Ba-dum-bum.
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
So we're off to Aquila. Well, I'll go get that for you.
I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kessler.
Yeah, I know her.
I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause.
Oh, she's a good friend.
Off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
All right, then. Well, let's hook that up as our quest. Late bloomer. Curious how we doing for well rested. Yeah. Let's rock and roll. Aquila.
I spent significant time here meeting with smugglers. Brings back memories.
You're all full of surprises, aren't you? Let's bring up. Oh no, we can do this. Enhance, Stone Road Inn, Sinclair's books. Close enough. Still well rested. We're good. Let's get up there. Museum. Here we are.
Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history.
Do we see the tree branch? Is it here? Maybe? Wet floor. Okay. Well, let's go talk to our good friend, Leah.
Your help in preserving and sharing Aquila City history is greatly appreciated.
Yep. So appreciated. Let's talk about this tree branch.
That is not something I expected to hear today. I assume you're somehow associated with the United Colonies? I've received some odd messages of late.
Let's go for the botany answer. I'm here on important botanical work. A tree is upset and the consequences could be dire.
A tree is upset? You scientists are something else. Regardless, I can't just hand over museum property, and I must admit I'm not especially inclined to help the UC, or New Atlantis for that matter. Well, I'm afraid you've wasted your time because I'm not authorized, nor particularly inclined, to release any of our pieces. That includes 100-year-old tree branches. Sorry, but it's staying in storage.
So we're gonna convince Leah, or we have to steal it. Wow. Well, we could try to convince Leah. Let's get the suit on. Now we're looking for. Yeah, we got Neurojack. Didn't know that. There we go. Well, let's try.
Welcome to the Coe Heritage Museum.
Yep.
I offer a brief tour. If you find any more of the Coe family's legacy, please let me know.
Hey, we've been helping you a lot. Let's, I really need that tree branch.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm afraid it's out of the question.
Come on. This isn't that important to anybody but me.
That doesn't mean I should give it to you.
Okay. I can be very annoying when I need to be. If you don't give me that branch, I won't stop asking.
Handing over that branch is starting to look pretty good.
I'll bring it back when I'm done with it.
I guess it couldn't hurt.
Sure, there's a way we can both walk away happy.
That's what I'm hoping. I can't believe I'm doing this. Please return it in one piece.
Alrighty. Nice. While we're here,
So we agreed that was an unfortunate accident.
yeah, it was. You're laughing at me, Andresia. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was not good. Got an owie. Alright, let's, we want to go to the Trackers Alliance. Now, we did get the, addition. So, I'll show you here. Creations. We have the Observatory. We haven't set it up. Black Boat, Drumbeat, and the Trackers Alliance. The Vulture loaded up. I don't plan on starting that other quest yet. But I thought it would be cool just to say hi to some people. See, look, there's another bounty, but we don't want that yet. Roach. I've completed 0 bounties. How do we stack up?
Rookie numbers, which, considering you're still a rookie, seems appropriate. You know you don't get anything for beating my record, right?
Right.
Try not to miss me too much.
Okay, let's go downstairs and meet some people, because we haven't taken the chance to say hello to people down here.
You must harden yourself
Yama.
against doubt, or succumb to its woes. I have seen death. I have seen tragedy. I have seen more beg for their lives than I can count. But what I haven't seen is a fledgling tracker seemingly so willing and eager to speak with me so soon after joining. What knowledge do you hope to gain from our interaction?
Why are you wearing this big-ass suit down here in the bar? Oh. Well, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Nova.
Indeed, a strong name. I am Yama. I borrow this name from the god of the dead, who judges the souls I usher.
Oh, man. What kind of advice you got for a new tracker?
I must warn you, my advice may not be palatable.
But you got the good flow going on. I once used a monster costume to scare away tourists. I can handle unconventional tactics.
While that is indeed unconventional, what I'm about to suggest may be considered much more unethical by some.
Okay.
If you are given the choice between bringing your targets in alive or dead, always choose dead. Criminal fugitives must be brought to justice, and the only way to truly serve that justice is to end their lives so that they can be judged fairly in the afterlife.
All right. So you're saying never bring your targets in alive?
Correct. A criminal fugitive is already trying to run from justice. They will do it again, if given the chance. It is in their nature. Would you allow even a slim chance that they escape again? Even if they turn from their criminal path, would you deny their victims true justice?
All right, under your belief, they would still face judgment at the end of their life.
That is true, and yet the thought that they would go unjudged for so long would eat away at me. But I realize that may not be your belief, so I will not try to convince you any further.
All right, then.
Reaper's grace be with you.
My goodness. Well, we can throw darts at the dartboard, right?
If you're here to
You
convince
guys have
me
been
not
missing.
to kill again, you're wasting your time.
I'm
old
missing
man.
very poorly.
Hold on, it ain't always about that. I just want to know where you got that new hardware. I saw you.
Agent
Koios.
Koios, at your service. What is your query? If I don't know it, no one here does.
Huh. What do you do here?
Mostly stand around waiting for someone to interact with me. I am connected to the tracker database, so when a tracker either has or needs information about a certain target, they come to me. My directive is to assist trackers with any queries they have, and if desired, give advice based on the information we have compiled.
And speak really slowly. So Koios, does that stand for something?
No, it is a pseudo-acronym meant to emphasize my station as hardware and software. My programmer thought it would be clever, but clearly it goes over most heads. Koios was a Greek Titan god, born of Uranus and Gaia. He was known as a Titan of knowledge and queries.
Well, that's okay.
But I wouldn't expect you to know that.
Wow, talking down to me. All right. Thanks, buddy. Recheck weapons, report defects, upgrade weapons. Okay. Anything interesting here? Huh, we'll take that. That while we're here. Sure. We take free stuff when we can find it. Right. Magnetic diodes. Nice.
Hey now, tracker.
I've been
Coffee.
thinking about getting back out there. Hunting again.
If it's advice you need,
Look at that
then
breadstick right
advice
there.
I'll share.
I
I
believe
mean,
so.
you guys can
I
leave
want to take
breadsticks
advantage
laying
of the time
around.
I've got while I still have some fight left in me.
All right,
Well, howdy,
you,
Tracker.
Warden.
Pull up a seat. There's no judgment here.
Okay.
I do.
You won't judge me taking those breadsticks then. Or some sparkling wine. Or patty melt. Right
You're
on.
always welcome to relax here.
All
between
right,
jobs.
let's sit down then. Let's talk to this guy. Bloodhound.
Well, if it ain't, now what call sign did you take again?
Nova.
Nova. Can't argue with a good, solid space name. Inspiring, too. Well, I can see why you'd take that name. You got my seal of approval. Not that you need it. Name's Bloodhound. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice hat. Any bounty hunting tips?
Sure. I'm a veritable wealth of information. Anything particular on your mind?
What's the best way to take someone in alive?
Personally, I prefer the diplomatic approach. Just because we're all certified badasses who could easily lay out the toughest spacer punk doesn't mean you're not human. If you ask me, words are a tracker's most effective tool. You'd be surprised how far a little sympathy can take you sometimes. Failing that, most targets are cowards. They don't want to die. Exploit that fact when you can.
Nice. And how do you deal with a target who gives you no choice but to kill him?
Now that's a tough one. Depends on the situation. If you can't convince them with words, you may have to rough them up and put the fear of God in them. I suggest you learn as much as you can about human anatomy and physiology. It ain't pretty, but there are many things you can do to a body that ain't lethal, but may cause someone to wish they were.
Good advice. All right.
Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
Alrighty. And you?
Feel free to tell old Two-Shot what's on your mind.
Well, he don't talk much. Two-Shot.
Well, you're a new face. Ain't every day we get fresh meat for the grinder. What do we call you, Tracker?
Call me Noah.
Seems appropriate for a bright new star around here. Hopefully you live up to it. So what can I get for you, Nova? Oh, where are my manners? They call me Two-Shot, or even Touche for short. Used to be a tracker in the field like you. But I traded in gunslinging for slinging drinks. I sell drinks to wet your whistle and other provisions you may need out there. So what'll it be?
Where'd you get the name Two-Shot?
Funny you ask. Most trackers choose their call signs. So did I. Used to be called Solar Flare. But enough people started calling me Two-Shot that it stuck. When I was out there, it never took me more than 2 shots from my firearms to bag my target. Thought I would have given it up once I retired from tracking to have a kid. I pour such strong drinks that now they say it doesn't take any more than 2 shots to down the tracker. So, it's stuck. I'm just happy they decided to keep me on the payroll.
Oh. Well, you must know a lot about other trackers then, right?
You know it, Sunshine. Who do you want to know about?
What's the deal with this warden guy?
Oh, he isn't exactly the conversational type. Seems to enjoy the company of others, but not talking to them or interacting with anyone in any meaningful way. We just leave him alone and let him do his thing. He doesn't bother us, and we don't bother him. Other than that, I don't know much about him. Seems to be a good tracker, though.
Alrighty. What about Yama?
Other than his obsession with death, I don't know much about him. he doesn't exactly open up to others. Everyone says he must have seen or done some pretty terrible things. I don't have anything to go on but that. You know, it takes a lot to make me uncomfortable, and even though he's never done anyone here any harm, or even so much as let anyone down, he still gives me the creeps.
Mm-hmm. What a bloodhound.
Bloodhound's one of the old-timers. He's good people, but I hear that wasn't always the case. I can't say for sure, but based on some of the stories he used to tell, I think he was ex-Fleet. As in the Crimson Fleet. Quite a turn to go from an outlaw to someone who chases outlaws. But the skills transfer pretty well, I imagine.
What about Roach?
He talks a big game, even has the skills and stats to back it up. But you probably also know as well as I do that he is fiercely competitive. You can either play into it or ignore it. He's not that bad once you get to know him. You ever wonder why he's called Roach, huh? It's because he seems to be unkillable. Not literally, of course, but he's managed to get himself out of some extremely sticky situations unscathed.
All right. So what about Koyos?
I like to think of Koyos more as equipment than anything else, but it's still vital to our operations. I don't know who programmed it to maintain and access our database over short-range wireless, but it's secure from what I can tell. I just wish the programmer's attitude didn't show through. I could do without the sass.
How about no one?
There is no story there. That's kind of the point with any Agent No One. You gotta give up your identity completely when you become leader of the trackers. That job comes with a giant target on your back. So, the less people know, the better. Agent No One is like a closed book. If that book were also glued, clamped, chained, and buried underneath an active volcano on the most distant moon of the most distant planet of the furthest star system.
All right.
Yama, you tracked blood in all over my damn floor again earlier.
Yes, that was likely.
Well, could you not? I'm tired of cleaning up after you. I mean, look at you now. Not a speck of blood on you. You clearly know how to clean up after yourself.
For you, I will try to be more careful, but I make no promises.
Fine. Well, maybe I don't make any promises to give you a clean glass to drink out of. How's that for you?
All right, what do you
Fancy
got?
a drink, Nova? I may not run the finest bar in Aquila, but at least it ain't Eggy's.
What do you got for resources? Nice. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Okay. EM shotgun. Lots of EM. Okay. Let's take a look at what else we got here. Some smokes.
Come to get some.
You guys just leave head sticks laying around? Because if you do, I'll be picking them up. Plus that sandwich. A lime. Lemon. 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 Lime. Nice.
Take a load off. Have a cold drink.
Some bourbon.
Unless you have somewhere better to be.
Drink packs. Tomato. Bread.
You're really making a name for yourself, I see.
Yeah. I keep taking all you guys' stuff. Okay then. Let's go back. Deliver this branch. In the Mass District. Yeah, we need to get that level. That was a cool mission, this one. Zoe's off. Thought she was going to double cross us, but she became a partner. It was cool.
So many people.
Whoa.
All in one
People
place.
are bugged out.
I still cannot feel entirely comfortable.
Alrighty. Hi.
I hope Aquila City has what we need. Have you paid a visit to Miss Castler?
No,
in
they
Aquila
don't.
City?
Because I have it. She wants back when you're done with it.
Yes, yes, of course. I'll see that it is returned to her in one piece. Well, perhaps minus a few shavings. Now, I just need a moment to analyze this and synthesize an audio response to our friend here. Right, so we'll feed in a sample.
Okay.
Now the program will incorporate the genetic and chemical makeup of the sample, extrapolating the size and structure of the original tree. This was put together rather hastily, so complete accuracy is impossible. I'm hoping to know. And there it is. Our best hope for a positive solution to this mess.
Okay.
So, we now have a simulated response to our tree. All that's left is to play it.
So how do we play it?
An excellent question. I have been wondering myself. I've been forced to listen to this SSNN kiosk chatter incessantly this entire time. I think it could be put to better use. We don't have time to go through the proper channels, but if you can find a terminal and get this uploaded into their system, it might do the trick.
Sounds good.
I have no doubt that you will.
Have my attention.
So, where do we do this? Let's go to the commercial district. Status check. Yeah, we need to sleep. Where's our ship? Well, I think we'll just do it this way. Bum ba-dum bum bum bum.
It is good to be back in our own ship.
Okay. I would love the creation that lets you not wear your suit when it's not really needed. Alright, I'm having a hard time here. Alright. We sleep in our bed. Sure, just an hour.
About time you...
See what we got down below. How about a tea and some chicken?
Oak, we have things to do.
Yeah, I know. We need to go... Let's go to the Terra Brew. See if we can find a terminal.
It seems like a small decision, but they all add up over time.
I am a manager.
There we go. Oh. Nope. Need to get on the net. Go to the commercial district. Alright, where next? Terminal. We have to sneak in here. There we go. We might need to do something nefarious here. What are you looking, right?
I am.
Upload the file. Let's run it.
There is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower than light.
Mass district. It's also a cool add-on or creation to put an SSNN news feed inside your ship or wherever you want to put it. Hey, what's up, Yelton?
We've done it! I'm already seeing reductions in the strength of the vibrations. The tree is calming down. I can hardly believe that worked.
So was this a Cupid? What are you... so what do we do now?
I don't know. We've been in uncharted territory this whole time. That doesn't stop now. With the immediate crisis hopefully over, I can slow down and review everything we've learned. And certainly, I'll be keeping a much closer eye on our friend going forward. And you have saved this tree and advanced our scientific knowledge of our environment. Noble work across the board.
Well, thanks,
You have my gratitude and that of every citizen in New Atlantis, though they don't know it.
Thanks, buddy. Oh. Wow. Let's hang out by our friend the tree for a while. And, that's great. Okay, yeah. SSNN. I'd love to have it on my spaceship. Thanks everyone for following the adventures of the Professor Lars Gagner. Hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Hey, you could even subscribe and all that fun stuff. And have a good day, evening, afternoon, and take care of yourself, and if you can, take care of others.